I continue, I want it to be clear what the problem was, if you couldn't see from the little marks. First of all, there was a small vacuum leak that we could detect inside our vacuum system. You could see that in our vacuum gauge we would constantly lose a little bit of vacuum. Detected, it was in this toilet. Second, after flushing, there was no water to be seen in the toilet bowl. This is also another problem. Third is that there was also a leak on the floor. This leak is also from a failure inside this device. And I'm going to tell you why. So let's begin. Now, this is a very important part. Here we have an orifice plug. This is what's going to control how fast we lose vacuum in this starting piston. If you, after flushing, have too much water in your toilet bowl, it means that you're losing vacuum too slowly, and this piston is returning to its original position too slowly. However, if you have too little toilet water in your bowl, that's because this starting piston is returning very fast. And in our case, this diameter was broken, completely allowing atmospheric pressure to go in and completely returning the piston back in an instant, which doesn't allow enough time or any time for water to go in. So we replaced this orifice valve. So now we fixed the problem of toilet water going inside our bowl. Well, one of the problems. So on to problem 2. Why was there a leak on the floor? Well, as you can see, there was this little pin that I had to take out which secures this valve. Well, there's a hole. And if toilet water isn't keeping properly, it's going to go through that hole. Inside here, we have a rubber, as you can see. Sometimes, stupid people put stupid things in toilets. And these stupid things sometimes break this rubber. And what happens if this rubber is not keeping properly? It's going to drip, and there's going to be a leak. And where's that leak going to go? In that hole. So, if you have that, probably there can be either a leak here, or there could also be a problem with the seal. So let's remove this. Can you see? If there's not a proper seal, this could also leak. And if this leaks, it's also going to fall on your toilet floor. If our FD valve is not keeping properly, or if it has small little holes, that means constantly atmospheric pressure from our toilet bowl is going to our vacuum system. And it might cause our vacuum pumps to run non-stop. Luckily, this wasn't the case. It's just a small leak in this case. So, let's take it out and let's check how big the problem we have. There we go. Here we are, our FD valve. I don't know if you can see, but our FD valve here has a little hole. And not just on one side, on both sides. So we found the holes. Now what? Well, if you have spares, use a spare. But if you're on board and there's nothing else, well, you can try to remedy it with a patch. But remember, this patch needs to be lightweight so that the vacuum doesn't have to work so hard to pull the FD valve. And 2, it should be water resistant. It's working with toilet water. Anyway, first, before applying the patch, use a little bit of sandpaper. Make it smooth, make sure there's no dirt, make sure there's nothing that is going to interfere with the adherence of this shoe glue. Shoe glue is very water resistant, and it's worked for me, along with this type of patch. Latex. From latex gloves. We usually use them when we're working with sewage system. Anyway, make a little small patch, let it dry for about maybe 2 hours, and let's see how it works. I'm gonna do it right now. There we go. Now, time to go back. So, let's go. Let's put it back. There's Jen. And now, the moment of truth. Let's see. There's our toilet. Vacuum. Good. And water. Perfect. And totally dry.